it's time to get into our team selections ahead of the trip to Deepdale to take on Preston North End in the Carabao Cup 4th round. I think I'm right in saying. Doyley, I'll start with you. You can actually, I normally pick the goalkeeper, but you can even start with the goalkeeper and then your back four.
Kelleher.
In goal, back four. Back four.
Back four. Nico Williams, Ibu Konate, as we now have to call him, Joe Gomez, and Kostas Tsimikas, the Greek scouser who nicks Mohamed Salah's ball.
Joe, are you agreeing with that, or are you going to change things up?
The one change, only because, and to be honest, it's hard to argue with Doyley's centre-back pairing, but if Nat Phillips doesn't play in this game, when does he ever play? So,
Port Vale in the Papa John's
Port Vale,
trophy.
Yeah, no. Well, he deserves more than that, doesn't he, Nat Phillips? So, God, it's hard, isn't it? Because on one hand, I'd like to keep Konate in, but then he feels like the natural one to come out and give Gomez some more minutes. So I'm going to keep Konate in. Sorry, Joe. From one Joe to another, you're dropping out. And
I thought you said sorry to yourself then.
Yeah. sorry, Joe. So I have to make this hard decision of picking a team that will never be played. But yeah, Phillips and Konate is my centre-back pairing.
Right. I think the new Football Manager's drop. I'd love to see you on that, trying to pick your team and decide who's getting dropped for that. Anyway, right, Theo, you're back four?
Same as Doyley's. It's harsh to Nat Phillips, but the fact that he didn't play against Norwich means he's probably not going to come in this one. And while he's got his new long-term contract, we know he's not a long-term Liverpool player. It'd be in his interest to move on and play football, whereas Konate is part of the future, Joe Gomez is part of the future. So that's the partnership there. The only thing he could do is if he wanted to put Gomez at right back and then give the centre-back the option there, but you'd probably rather see Nico Williams play at right back, and Tsimikas deserves his opportunities. Had a good season when he's played. What Doyley said, it's the back four that makes sense, doesn't it?
No, okay, Joe, what about the midfield?
So Tyler Morton, because we just talked him up quite a lot. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Third one's tough because I think it's trying to find balance, isn't it? And I was going to suggest, I think Minamino will probably play in the front three, and you don't really want to put Henderson in there because he's played a lot of football. It's going to have to be Curtis Jones. I don't want to go too young, albeit Curtis Jones is a young player, but he's a senior player. So Morton, Jones, and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Did you go along with that, Doyley?
Yep.
Yeah, you do. Wow, I didn't expect that. Theo?
Yep.
Right, happy days, Theo. Front three?
Divock, Taki Minamino, and Cade Gordon.
No Sadio Mane. Started on the bench at the weekend, no?
He'll be on the bench again, maybe. I don't really need him against Preston, do you? You've just been telling us how bad they're playing.
Oh, wow. Okay. Joe?
He wants there to be some good players there, so the crowd have someone to watch, basically.
Well, Preston have players to please everyone. Come on. Anyway, Joe.
I agree with Theo. I just don't think you need to risk any more players. I think that's enough to get through. And if you've got good players on the bench, that's the front three that started at Norwich, isn't it? I'm sure. And they played well. So, yeah.
You're allowed 5 subs as well, aren't you? So if it goes to pot, you can bring on everyone.
Yeah.
Okay. And Doyley, are you going to agree with that one as well?
Well, the problem is Cade Gordon hasn't played the last couple of games at the under-23 level, under-18. He didn't play in the when they got beat by Atletico Madrid. And he didn't in the Youth Cup. The Youth League, UEFA Youth League. And he didn't play in another game that I can't remember off the top of my head. Basically, there was 2 games where he's not been playing recently. And they're playing tonight against Blackburn. So obviously Blackburn at Leyland, so the under-23. So we'll know a lot more because obviously if Conor Bradley played against Norwich, you'd imagine he's going to be on the bench for the first team at the very least. So he probably won't be involved. Tyler Moore won't be involved. Cade Gordon, if he plays against Blackburn, you think he's not going to be involved. But even if he doesn't play, there needs to be some kind of explanation why isn't he there? Because the word I got is that Liverpool have just been managing his minutes, trying to be careful with him. But maybe he has got a slight problem. We've got to he's only just turned 17, so it's not a big deal in that sense. He's got a long way to go. But if he doesn't play, I probably actually do think that Mane will play. So, although I'll tell you what, I'll guarantee you this. I bet you Salah's going in. Can I have a game? Salah will definitely be asking to play because he played against Arsenal last year when they drew 0-0 because he wanted to get a goal, and that didn't go quite so well.
No, well, in terms of goals, then what's the score going to be? You can start, Doyley, then Joe, and then Theo.
Bearing in mind you've massively talked up Preston as one of the
Yeah,
best teams in the
I have.
Championship. If you turn the table upside down, I think they will give their fans something to cheer about by getting a goal, but Liverpool will win 3-1. 3-1.
3-1.
I think 3-1's. I would go along with 3-1. Yeah. I think Liverpool will take the lead. I think Preston will sneak one at some stage.
My better half's a Preston fan. She sat next to me. She just said that's kind. Should take that. So, Theo, what about yourself?
Oh, I'll be unkind then and say 3-0. Liverpool always score 3 away
10-0.
from
10-0 says
home.
Theo. Just putting the boot in. The old Bolton rivalry's coming through there a little bit.
Well,
Did Bolton
Theo-
and Preston
Bolton
not
from?
like each other? Did he care?
Depends what area you're from, doesn't it?
Yeah, also, there was a
The
playoff
northwest between
playoff
Bolton
final
and
in
Preston?
2001, 20 years ago, went Bolton's way, not Preston. So I think that says enough. But anyway, we're not here to talk about Preston North End history. That is it from us here on this edition of the Blood
Can
Red
we talk
Podcast.
about Preston North End's history?
We
please?
can, but once we've wrapped up here, Doyley, me and you can stay on and talk about it as long as you want. But a bumper edition following the 5-0 win at Old Trafford. Do make sure that you stick with us for Pep Lijnders' press conference ahead of the game. And of course, there will be plenty of reaction after the game as well. But from myself, Guy Clark, Theo Squires, Ian Doyle, and Joe Rimmer, thanks for your time and company. It's bye for now.